Today is January 20th, and this is not the episode I planned for you. I had something completely different in mind, but something big happened this past week that made me change course. Like millions of others, I found myself glued to the news about TikTok potentially shutting down in the United States. I felt a mix of emotions, curiosity, concern, and honestly, a little sadness. And no, this is not about politics. It's about something deeper. Welcome to At What Point, the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and rewarding journey of personal and professional growth. I'm Catherine, your host, here to guide you through mindset shifts, powerful aha moments, and the resilience it takes to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, taking the leap into entrepreneurship, or just looking for that boost of motivation, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. TikTok, like so many other platforms, has become part of my life. It's where I have laughed, learned, connect, and yes, even felt inspired by strangers. But last week, it hit me. Why does the thought of an app disappearing feel like such a loss? Why do so many of us, myself included, feel such a strong emotional pull towards these digital spaces? I want to talk about this today, not just TikTok, but social media as a whole, the good, the bad, and why it affects us so deeply. And more importantly, I want to explore how we can take control of our relationship with it so it serves us instead of consuming us. Let me take you back to 2020 in the thick of the pandemic. A branding coach I follow on Instagram told me about TikTok. She said it was gaining traction and that she had already gained 10,000 followers in just a few days. She was excited and she encouraged me to join. But when I mentioned it to my teenage daughters, they laughed and said, "Mom, TikTok is for teenagers. You don't belong there." And I let their words stop me. I didn't even give myself the chance to explore. And sure enough, some of my peers jumped on the platform and saw incredible success. By the time I joined a year later, the landscape had changed. It was harder to grow, but I gave it my best shot. I hit 1,000 followers in just a couple of months, and I was so proud of that. Then, one morning, I woke up and my account was gone. Just like that, a year of work erased. It was a brutal reminder that we don't own these platforms. The truth is, we are building castles on rented land. I eventually opened a personal account. And you know what? I got hooked. Scrolling through TikTok felt like a reward after a long day, like a happy hour. It was fun. It was light. It was my escape. But here's the thing, was it truly fulfilling? Or was I just chasing that dopamine rush? Dopamine is a powerful thing. It's the chemical in our brain that makes us feel rewarded. Every like, every comment and share triggers it. It's that little thrill we get when we see a notification pop up. But dopamine is fleeting. It's not joy. It's not fulfillment. It's just a quick hit that keeps us coming back for more. And this is where it gets tricky. Social media can feel like connection, but is it? Can it replace the depth of a real conversation, a hug from a friend, or the joy of sitting across from someone you love? Here's what I have realized. Social media is not the enemy. It's a tool, a powerful one, but it can be our only source of connection? No. When I think about the possibility of TikTok shutting down, I feel a sense of loss, like I'm saying goodbye to friends I've never met. And that feeling makes me pause. Have we forgotten how to connect outside of these platforms? When was the last time you called someone just to hear their voice? When was the last time you looked at a sunset without feeling the need to take a picture of it? This isn't about banning an app. It's about asking ourselves, what are we really missing? Here is my challenge to you. Start paying attention to how social media makes you feel. Are you using it as a tool for learning and connection? Or is it a distraction from something deeper? Set boundaries. Decide how much time you want to spend scrolling each day and stick to it. Replace some of that time with real life interactions. Call a friend, plan a coffee date, or go outside and let yourself just be. And most importantly, check in with yourself. Ask, what am I really feeling right now? Am I happy or am I just distracted? And here's where it all comes full circle. It's not about abandoning social media altogether. It's about remembering that our true sense of fulfillment comes from the connection we nurture in real life, the moments we create outside the scrolling, and the intentional time we spend truly being present. So, at what point will you stop letting an app dictate your sense of connection? At what point will you realize that the relationships and experiences that truly matter are the ones that happen in real life outside of a screen? Friend, social media is a tool, not a lifeline. Use it wisely. Let it add value to your life, not take away from it. And remember, the most meaningful connections don't require Wi Fi, they require presence, intention, and heart. Let's make today the start of building deeper connections online and off. Thanks for joining another episode of At What Point. I hope today's conversation sparks some inspiration for your journey of growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to visit katherinebeltran.com/podcast for show notes, special discounts on coaching packages, and freebies to help you keep moving forward. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. See you next time.